Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, we're doing a mini episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's drinking mouthwash with me tonight?
I am Joe Butler, the Tulpar IT tech support, and this will...
I am Phoebe Stanton, and I take full responsibility for my actions.
And I am Desiree Corruption. I find cartoon horses sexually attractive.
Oh, I should introduce what we're talking about. We are here to talk about Mouthwashing, the video game developed by Wrong Organ, published by Critical Reflex, and came out in 2024. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
And Joe, you said you had a couple things you wanted to say before we got going in our memories and stuff?
Yep. Alrighty, let's go ahead and go off with a thing that I took a while to write, because usually I write these when I'm high. This is the first one I didn't write when I was high, so it's going to be a little not as good as the others. Far in outer space, the company-owned ship, the Tulpar, is only 147 days into its voyage when it's purposely ran into a meteor by the captain for unknown reasons. Now the crew must maintain their sanity, hoping that rescue will come. Will the team on the Tulpar be able to survive their trip, or will their secrets be revealed? Secrets that can't be scrubbed away, not even by mouthwashing. And with that, I am your friendly Joe Butler, here to let everyone know, if you have, here is our general trigger warning. Besides spoilers, this game does have themes of sexual assault and other very bad things involved with that as well. So if you're uncomfortable with those themes, please turn off the podcast. Or if you want to play this game for yourself to see how bad it is available currently. But I do also recommend playing it first if the game at least moderately interests you.
All right. And then we'll do our memories for this. So I didn't know anything about this game, but last year, Joe, Phoebe, hell, everybody in the Discord was talking about it at one point.
I brought it up on a played games and Mom We Found episode, if I recall correctly.
What are you playing?
Yeah.
Okay. And no, you did. And the only real memory I have of this game is a good friend of mine that I talk to every day wouldn't talk to me after she beat this game because she's like, I just need to think. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, is that me or is that somebody else?
It was you.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't speak to me after that. You're like, I can't talk right now. I need to think. And then you went to sleep.
Yeah, this game is a little personal for me, but we'll get there.
Okay. Were you also stranded on a ship with mouthwash?
No, I was a Jimmy turned to Anya.
I don't know what that means, but I'll leave it there.
I was a Curly turned to Anya. There was no Jimmy.
Okay. So, Phoebe, what's your history with this game?
I played this last November, it turns out. And as Mike said, I had to take a break from people for a few days. But goddamn, this game.
Was it a few days that we didn't talk?
I know I just stopped talking to a few people for a bit. I really needed to let this one sit.
Okay. Joe.
So I saw this game on TikTok. Basically, someone said, hey, this new game came out. And I'm obviously into horror games. I mean, I'm on every damn fucking podcast for this month because I enjoy horror games. Even my friends are upset about it because I love horror games. I do it for the love, though, the love of everything. I try to sample everything I can. And I just heard this is really, really, really good. So I played it. I popped it on my Steam Deck. Me and my husband turned off the light and played the game. Had a couple drinks. Got a little high, and we both left this game with our jaws on the floor.
Desiree.
I watched the Super iPad Wolf episode recommending it, and didn't mention anything about it. So didn't spoil anything during the episode or YouTube. So I bought it, I downloaded it, I played it, and yeah, I am sitting with everyone here with the same reaction. Like, whoa, man, yeah, this is some heavy stuff. So yeah.
The only thing I genuinely knew about the game about before starting it is that it was a game about a crew stranded on a ship, and they thought they could escape with what was left on the crew packaging, and that they found out it was mouthwash. That's the only thing I knew, and I was like, that sounds fucked up. I want to play that.
So I feel like I played a different game than all you guys, because all I remember from beating this game a couple days ago was a okay walking simulator with some horror elements.
We're gonna have fun.
God, man, dude.
Yeah, that's it.
I might have to make you watch the in order version of it then, Mike.
In order version? Oh, you mean like for the timeline stuff?
Yeah. This game's pulled out of order.
I could tell. I mean, that they make it pretty obvious. But yeah, no, I didn't research anything on this game on purpose so I could come in to here blind for you guys who were raving about this game and then see where we went. So normally I do look up stuff.
One thing, which will honestly do. So I'll ask y'all. We'll go through this for a vote. Do y'all want to go by the storyline where the how the game's told, or would y'all rather go through the timeline?
That's an
I say
extremely
timeline.
good question, especially with how the
like how it-
Parcheesi board works.
I like going how the game's told because it unveils and the mystery is, I think, better by it.
Yeah.
So, because the beginning, you're not sure who you are playing. You know that you're playing someone piloting a
Wait.
ship.
Don't you play as 2 different characters?
Yes.
For
Technically,
the
you,
most part, you play as one character, though.
no, you play as Curly in the flashbacks. The flashbacks,
You play one character at a time, either Jimmy or Curly.
Okay. I realize that, but to me, this game was kind of just dull.
I
I
think
didn't. Wasn't a lot
I
of horror
think
elements to it.
dependent on if and when you had personal trauma, and also if you're paying attention to background details, because yes, I can see your point of view, but after going through this game now twice, it's like, oh, it is so
I mean,
much
for me,
deeper than- we were talking about this yesterday because I streamed it.
yes. The only really horror elements for me are like when you see your crewmates are dead at one point. You have a small part where you got to go shoot a guy with a gun. Like, there's a few horror elements, but overall, I'm like, this isn't that much of a horror game.
No,
But then
this
again-
is a psychological thriller.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just say this: it's all about the characters, and not. And sure, you can call it a walking sim, or its puzzles are minimal, if not frustrating, but it's an interesting story with interesting characters that, if you pay attention to it, it's a really good little psychological thriller of what happens when you put people into a drifting crash spaceship and see what happens. See it becomes real. I was doing a real world joke.
Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think this movie would be perfect. This game would be perfect to be a movie because the pacing is what they should keep if they were to turn this into a movie. It's storytelling. Like, if they shot this 1-to-1, this movie would fucking rule.
I'm very confused.
We're gonna get there. Don't you worry. We'll bring you there.
Yeah. We'll hold your hand through everything. Don't worry.
We do
So-
need hand holding for this.
Yeah.
So,
this to me, this was really just there wasn't a lot to this game. I mean, I also played it wrong in another sense, is that I used a guide to tell me what to do because it's me, and I don't like point and click games like this for the most part.
you don't?
No.
Okay, mental note of that from now on. Phoebe, mental note of that.
Okay.
I mean, I play some. I mean, this is not the first one I've done on the show. I mean, hell, to be fair, the other one we did also involved mouth in the title. So I do them sometime, but they're just not they're not my genre.
No Mist. No Sam and Mist.
Well, I'll do Mist. I mean, I will play them. You just have to understand that what comes out of my mouth might not be what you want to hear.
No,
I will
everybody's
still
going to have a
play
different
them.
experience with this game, and that's completely fine. Again,
I had a
part of it
totally
is kind of dependent on if you have connections to any of these characters. I do, Curly and
Okay.
Anya, but
I didn't have many connections, but just the whole. It's just an interesting, well-told story.
I'm also a slut for the aesthetic. Dead
Oh,
Space.
yeah.
Dead
Yeah.
Space shows it a lot, but the 80s-ish like equipment and things like that is also helps part of the story as well. I really love that.
the derelict future of Alien and Blade Runner type stuff,
It has-
but mixed with a perfect PlayStation 1 style
Oh yeah, I was about
model.
to say that. Yeah.
No, that's fair. I will take that. Like, you are right. I mean, it did have some, like, the game seemed interesting to me at first. I was just like, what is this?
Well, it's a game about mouthwashing and crashing into an asteroid on purpose, which was where we should start with. Is
It's a story
just-
game.
you just kind of start in this cockpit and crash into an asteroid. Did anybody do the math for this, by
Yes.
the way? When they okay,
I was gonna bring it up. Phoebe, do the math for us real quick. Well, you said you figured it out because you looked it up, right?
I kind of figured it out, but I am not an astronomer. I am not a member of NASA, so bear with me. But so they start off 2.1 AU away from that asteroid. An AU is an astronomical unit equivalent to 149,597,870,700 meters. It is the average distance between the Earth and the Sun. And as soon as that course correction happens, it is probably less than a minute before they actually hit it. They close twice the gap between the Earth and the Sun, in the span of less than a minute. They are going fucking infinitely faster than any ship that we currently have. They are going millions of miles per second, while it takes like a couple 100,000 miles per hour to escape the atmosphere of Earth. These guys are never being found.
So what you're saying is, if someone hadn't stopped to ask someone what they did, they probably could have dodged that bullet.
They absolutely could have dodged that bullet. That also means that the planet they are traveling, transporting mouthwash to is like in an entire different galaxy. Jimmy fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I mean, you find out later in the game that it wasn't Curly, it was Jimmy that disabled the autopilot for some reason.
Oh, he had reasons. There were 2 big reasons, and none of them were worth what he did.
Yeah.
He was crazy?
Okay,
No.
so
I will
we'll get
let
there.
you say everything, and I'll just chime in every once in a while. Go ahead.
Joe, do we want to get there naturally, or do we want to say it now?
We'll do naturally. Yeah, we'll do naturally.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, like, the basic game is just talk to people, find items, get through puzzles. I mean, your basic point-and-click adventure, correct?
For the
Okay.
most part, yeah.
I mean,
What-
I probably did play the game wrong by just using a guide the entire time to tell me what to do.
Did you even read what people were saying and talking about in the setting?
Here and there.
Okay,
yeah,
that
so-
explains a lot.
So I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, if you did play this wrong, the game basically tells you what to do. You really shouldn't have looked up a guide unless you needed to, if anything, because a lot of the stuff's pretty cut and
I
dry.
just,
Yeah, and,
you know
and
me.
a vast amount of the story is between the character dialogue because it is about those interactions and learning about
I read most of
path-
it. I just
It's-
read fast.
Oh, okay, then yeah, you might have not gotten the big thing.
Yeah, and we'll get there.
Yeah, you kind of say it right now. Yeah. you
I mean,
kinda
I was
say it.
bored.
Oh my god, Mike, I'm gonna fucking have an aneurysm. Okay, you know what?
I want to throw up now.
We're gonna reverse this. Okay, Mike. So we'll get there and we'll spread out from that thing. Okay, so there's the scene with Curly and Anya, Mike. Okay.
Ugh.
You mean where Curly's in the bed and she overdosed or something?
No.
Where they're in front of the TV. Do you remember the scene in front of the TV?
Oh my
No,
god.
Not at
Okay,
all.
can I?
Oh my god! Please,
God.
I'm gonna. God damn it! I'm gonna have a
Okay,
fucking.
so Mike, Anya specifically points
Fun.
out. Anya says 2 things that are like the biggest things in the game. The first one is that she sees a dead pixel in the top right corner of the TV, which
Okay, I
as
remember
for
that.
Jimmy and Curly, we cannot see because neither person can see the individual characters. They can only see the big picture of the trip and everything, while Anya is looking at the individual people. But then she says the line, "Why do you think there's a lock on the living room,
No,
but not?" It's something like this.
there's only a lock in the captain's quarters and in the med bay.
Medical.
Yeah, but not in the sleeping quarters. There is another part of the game when they find out how much time they have left on their journey and
And
how
on-
long like the mouthwash can last them and stuff, and it is specifically just around 8 to 9 months. Finally, she tells Curly in a separate section of the game that she is pregnant, and Curly starts freaking out. Note
I do
that
remember that.
during the time in the living room, and Joe was kind enough to point this out, when they are all starting to sleep in the living room, she sleeps specifically next to the Polly mannequin, which has a motion activated noise. AKA, if anybody comes near her, it'll set off what is effectively an alarm. Jimmy raped Anya.
Is this in the game?
This is in the game,
It's
bud.
all in the game.
That is the
Huh.
point of the game. That's why Jimmy crashes the ship because basically as we get further into the game, obviously we can all agree here, capitalism's bad, right?
Yes.
They're all when they're done with this ship when they're done with the ship, they're all going to be fired. The only person that might or is going to get any kind of recommendation is Curly. Jimmy, basically from these people, what I essentially is and what it is the only part of him I'll defend. Eventually, all of them having cabin fever and being freaked the fuck out by basically being paid minimum wage. Curly, or Jimmy, who does not want to deal with a pregnant woman that he raped, goes to go crash a ship. That's why they keep telling him to take responsibility, which is quit being an asshole and admit that you did something awful.
But if you could also see it as the fact that he thinks taking responsibility is like, well, I mean, if we're all going to get fired anyway and lose our jobs, we might as well not live.
Yeah, he takes that the wrong way.
Like, I'm going to be honest, during the employee evaluations or the medical evaluations where it's like,
The psyche
like-
valve.
yeah, the psyche vowels where it's like, I like cartoon horses. I don't think there's anything about cartoon in there. Because later on when we do the ultrasound, That is a full horse.
Horse.
Like, that is not a BoJack Horseman. That is a Seabiscuit.
Okay.
Mike, what are we gonna do with you?
I mean, I did
it's
read-
really hard for Mike.
Because what the stuff you're saying, like, I did read the game. Like, I did pay attention to what the text was. I remember reading some of these things that you're talking about. I do remember the psyche eval, but I did not put 2 and 2 together at any point through this playthrough. I was just like, okay, we're on a ship. We're all going to die. The guy made a mistake. They're going to lose their jobs. Okay, like, yeah.
He made more than a damn mistake.
Yeah.
We committed murder.
He did a lot worse.
So it gets deeper than that, Mike. So the whole point is that, funny enough, and I'll go into a little bit under that too. The creators have confirmed that they purposely made Jimmy like a piece of shit. Like they said, if the character is supposed to be unlikable, there is no redemption arc for him. And I'll get into that at the ending that I'm pretty sure I didn't even think of until someone told me. But now I will also give Mike the benefit of the doubt. When I first played this, I didn't exactly catch on that this happened. I honestly, from my context clues, what I got with it is Jimmy and Anya had sex, which is not what happened. He got her pregnant, and that's why whenever the big reveal happens that they're all being fired, her line of dialogue is, I don't have any money saved up, which means she doesn't have enough money to raise a kid. And basically, I thought Jimmy told her to fuck off and things like that. And I thought it was just him being a general sex pest and a weirdo. But yeah, with the clues and everything confirmed, yes, it technically, and even the creators did come out and say it, yes, Jimmy did sexually assault and rape Anya.
Okay. It is.
Yeah,
I did not put that together.
Mike, sometimes people use subtlety that are cowards. Sometimes subtlety is actually a good thing.
I mean, I don't mind subtlety in games. Like, I love Metal Gear Solid, and that story is not explained to you in any shape or form at times. And I love those games. I think part of it was the gameplay. The gameplay wasn't for me. And I was just kind of not really into it.
That's a fun thing because I'm not the biggest walking sim fan either.
I like walking sims.
I don't. But the plot of this game completely circumvents that.
I think the game section in this game are also, like, I'm not gonna lie, every time I see, I've watched other people play it to watch the reactions for this. I don't think anyone ever has a good time doing the sneaking section to get the mouthwash.
Oh, that part made me want to uninstall the game. So good, It wasn't just me.
Yeah, that part's really weird and annoying, and honestly, I wish it was cut.
If I didn't have a guide, I don't know how I would have done it, because I would have not known that I was supposed to be doing what I was doing.
And what were you supposed to be doing? What did the guy tell you? Tell me, because I don't even know what I was supposed to do.
The guide told me to look for the part that's blocked off, then go left, and eventually you'll find a statue holding mouthwash.
Okay,
so at least I knew what my end goal was, where if I wouldn't have had that, I wouldn't even have known really, like, I wouldn't have been looking for the moose in order to find...
You had to be quietly walking until you hear the rumble of the boxes. Then you just stop until the rumble of the boxes the rumble of boxes goes away. Then you go forward until it rumbles to you again. And looking at it with the scanner, looking at what that thing is,
I did that too.
It's a big horse.
Yeah, big giant horse, because of course Jimmy wants big giant horse.
That was supposed to be a horse?
That's supposed to be a horse, the Pony Express.
So
But the other big thing that I love about this is that even if you're somebody like Mike who likes to play games with no audio and everything, there is a static distortion in the direction of where it's coming from. And as it gets closer to you, that static grows. So the side of your screen just starts to become dead pixely, and I fucking love that.
I actually played this whole game with the sound on. So
good.
At least you can say I did that. I did one thing right.
I'm so proud of you.
What
Desiree?
Blind hog will get a nut eventually. That's what my dad said.
Okay. I don't know. I just felt like, that part really irritated me. And I was just, at that point, I think I was kind of just ready to be done with the game. Is it all supposed to be kind of like Jimmy hallucinating at that point or something?
Oh, yeah. Jimmy's been fucking crazy for a while.
I was thinking, is there a monster in the cargo hold?
No, that is all Jimmy.
Yeah.
He is the monster.
It's his responsibility creeping up on him.
Yeah. No, Joe's right. There is a monster in this game. Sally, it's you.
Yeah.
I mean, that is not a reason to crash a ship.
No.
He must not live in America.
No,
If America be like, well, that's nice.
So one thing I'll admit, I'm not defending Jimmy. I'll also admit that here. His crash out is understandable. One thing that they do teach at the game, because it also happens to Curly, even though Anya is technically is supposed to be doing, like, I guess maybe was it weekly psyche vals, they know the psyche vals are coming, so they're allowed to lie. And even then, I think there's a little bit of dialogue too that says, "Oh, there's a lot of reason why we're still doing this too." Like, I think there's dialogue or lore somewhere where they talk about that they're the last manned ship ever. Like, they're like only Pony Express has manned ship.
After you as Curly give Jimmy his psyche valve, a fax comes from corporate, and Curly gets it because he's the captain. He's the captain of the ship. He's the head honcho. Jimmy doesn't like. Well, Jimmy wants to be captain. Here we go. Getting the fax that ultimately Pony Express is going under. This will be their last trip, and they will get paid at the end of their trip. And he holds on to that for like a week until the corporately mandated birthday party.
Okay. I do remember that. I remember them getting all pissed off about, how could you hide this from us? And I'm like, I got a fucking new job. But okay. That went through my head.
Mike, don't take this the wrong way.
No, it's fine.
Well, maybe, I don't know. You might be a Jimmy.
No.
Oh, dear Christ, no.
So no. So
I wouldn't be here if Mike was a Jimmy.
yeah.
I know. You can.
It's fine.
So one thing too, which is also what's not catchable, which is fine because it's not catchable. The other thing too, Mike, I know you technically you did say it, you know, the job, Mike. They're all the fucking like bottom of the barrel employees. Swansea's fixing to retire, which technically he wasn't mad about it. I think he was more mad because technically if the company's going under, he won't get paid retirement then. So it's fair that he's mad.
Yeah, no, you won't.
Because this trip was supposed to be him training Daisuke to be his replacement.
Okay, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I remember catching a little bit of that, but I didn't really understand.
Daisuke is a kid who has no general talent. So he basically is being trained for this trip to work a job that he's not going to have anymore. Anya, as they've said, as much as they've said in her story, Anya can't get past her doctor exam because she gets stressed out. In fact, she's one thing that the game doesn't tell you, which it's context as well. Anya does not believe in herself to the point to where she can't be a doctor, but she's a good enough doctor because she somehow manages to keep fucking Curly alive. How many months after the explosion? 3, 4?
A lot of painkillers and stuff, but it's so
That wouldn't keep you
interesting to me.
alive, though.
Has
Yeah.
not passed this exam, and yet Pony Express was still like, no, you're the medical officer.
Yeah, that's also kind of a half and half issue too. I don't think she was also mentally there either.
Also, they have Jimmy on board, and working with him as Anya would not be well.
No.
Would not do her any good.
There's
The sexual assault happened like a while ago then?
Oh,
Before
absolutely.
the game started, basically.
Okay. Like when I'm assuming during this current trip, correct?
yes, during the current trip.
Okay.
Did they say that this was Jimmy's first trip, or has it been before? I think it's been before.
No,
I think
so
it's been before.
So yeah, no. So what the other thing is, which is everyone has their own issues. The issue is Curly is too nice. I think I've talked to different people about this who played this as well. I think I wouldn't have minded a backstory of how Jimmy knows Curly. I feel like that would have given a little bit more into their concept. But I think the other idea too is supposed to be that no, Curly's just genuinely too nice of a guy that he's met Jimmy like once and he's like, yeah, I'll vouch for him. I barely know the guy, but I'll vouch for him.
No, because they
No.
actually state it's outside the cockpit, Jimmy and Curly. When you're not in a character and you can see both of them, they state that they've known each other almost like since childhood.
Okay,
So that's
so
That makes more sense
big
while
thing
he's
is that
defending him too.
Curly has known Jimmy enough that he's like, oh, Jimmy's not a bad guy. Even if he does something bad, he just did like a little bit of a fuck up. I've known him for decades. He can't be a bad guy because that's what gets into your head when you know somebody for that long. It's like, oh, if they do something bad, that was just a light fuck up. And it's like, no, this was not light.
Okay. I mean, the game's making more sense. It wasn't super open about telling its story.
No, and I think a part of it is that the game kind of assumes that at some point in your life, you've known a Jimmy, you've known a Curly, you've known the person who will vouch for the person no matter
Oh,
what
yeah.
because they've known each other for so long. You know,
I'm
the
sure I have.
disgruntled old man who doesn't want to train anybody, etc., etc. Everybody knows these characters.
I think the bigger issue is I don't think Mike knows a Jimmy. I think that's the issue here.
That's why I kind of jokingly said, as a joke, you may be the Jimmy.
I think it's the other way around, bud.
Yeah, you're right. Or there's something about assholes, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got my share of bullshit in my life, but yeah, no, I did not catch any of the themes of what this game was throwing at me. I just didn't catch any of it, and I found the game to just not be that exciting for the most part. I was just kind of like, it's a game, okay. Like, I think also I was too hyped for this because so many people had really talked this game up that I think I came in with higher expectations.
That's fair then.
Because I was expecting more game than just a psychological kind of mindfuck, which is what this game is.
Yeah.
More or less, yeah, it is.
And it's not super open about it. Like, I was expecting more of a horror game. Like, okay, they're on this ship, you know, and then they get stranded out at space, you know, kind of like the stranded at sea. And I'm like, okay, they all start going kind of crazy. And then they'll hope, you know, they're running out of food and medicine. And like, oh, you know, we got the cargo hold. And it turns out it's just mouthwash. So not something you can actually use to live off of.
Like, the problem is that it is... Sorry.
Go ahead. You had it better.
I think the problem is again, it's if you know these characters or not, because yes, it's not a traditional like slasher monster horror game. It is a psychological thriller of a video game. The thing that makes it such a well-designed horror is the fact that you know these people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that it's counting too much on your personal life, which again does make a better video game. I don't want to sound like an asshole, like I'm working on very good this episode. But I don't know, I think I was expecting something else, and this game wasn't what I thought it was gonna be.
Understandable. I completely get that actually.
And to me, it was kind of just a mediocre, because I don't really care for point and click puzzles. I don't like having to look for click on everything. Do you find the right item and put the item here, stuff like that. That's never been like, okay, for example, like when you have to get the scanner early on, one of the early puzzles in this game, it took me a bit to figure out how that even worked. That you had to scan, like I didn't know you had to scan the code. Like the code, I was trying to scan the door and scan the keypad. I'm like, nothing's happening. And then I looked up a guide and they're like, oh, you got to scan this part and then you can see it. I'm like, oh, like little things like that where I started looking at different things in a room. Like I see the rope and I see this. I'm like, oh, you know, this is gonna have a use at some point, but none of it really does at first. I don't know. There was stuff like that is what didn't work for me. I hope that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
I also missed all the subtext that you guys are talking about.
Game? Did you see the board game?
I saw it. I didn't interact with it. Was I supposed to?
No. I mean, technically you can look at it.
Yeah, looking at it is not a big thing. It's just like a cute little Easter egg, but the Parcheesi board actually tells you the plot.
What is Parcheesi in the first place? That sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
It's a board game. It's pretty much the board game they're playing. It's just trouble before trouble.
Oh, okay. See, I wouldn't even know
Trouble.
what Parcheesi looks like, so even if I would have, I did look at the board game, I didn't know it was Parcheesi.
Yeah, it's like even the mouthwash.
Oh, I remember this now.
Yeah, so each color actually represents a person, and so you can follow the plot of the game using the board game that's in the living room.
Okay, that's kind of interesting.
So one thing that I wanted to get a little bit further, because we can get there if anything. What's y'all's opinion on Swansea's big speech at the end?
But as well.
Oh,
Almost relatable.
before Jimmy decides to put one in him.
Yeah.
I mean, when he shoots him?
It's a great speech. It's a great little look into how an alcoholic would have trouble with his new sobriety and how relapsing to him is a good thing.
Especially on a situation like this. Relapsing might be the only way to deal with it.
Also, it's a great example to say fuck you to Jimmy that, hey, I'm a deadbeat drunk who can hold down a job as an engineer on this piece of shit thing, and who are you?
Huh. There's a lot of fucking subtext in this game.
Oh yeah, it's like before we started, Desiree and I talked about doing like a take responsibility thing for the intro because my original intro was going to be Anya did nothing wrong.
Well, she didn't, but you're right. That's how the culture looks at rape victims. So
no, I mean in the sense of the pain meds and what she does with the pain meds.
How she overdoses?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I didn't even realize if she was dead or
if
not
you're in
because you're trying to get there and then
Like
She
we
would rather-
are not condoning suicide.
She would rather do that than spend any more time with Jimmy.
Well, also she is
That's
stuck
like,
in
in
a
this
ship
situation, Anya chose the right decision.
in the middle. So I'm pretty sure that nobody listening to this episode is stuck in space right now listening to this podcast. Maybe this podcast is still around in 100 years. Might be, but pretty sure they are not.
Okay, Mike, I want you to take that thought, Mike. I want you to take that thought. I want you to put it in the back of your head for right now. Okay. All right. Awesome.
It's just yesterday talking about this on stream, got to have the disturbing image in the head because like there were two options here. Anya either does that or they all know they're doomed. She has the baby anyway.
Oh.
And I don't think I want to, it's there now, but just a like 1 week-old baby floating in the cold of space.
It makes sense.
And let's not forget, let's not forget, this is all Jimmy's fault.
This is all Jimmy's fault. Everything that happens in this game is Jimmy's fault.
Yeah, Jimmy's fault. Yeah. There's a meme in the mouthwashing quote unquote fandom. It's always fuck Jimbo.
Fuck Jimbo.
Oh, Jimbo's a cunt.
Yeah, Jimbo. Fuck Jimbo.
Jimmy, at this point on some podcasts I listen to, has become the male Karen.
Yeah, that's fair actually. So one thing I wanted to bring up. So because back to that thing I was saying earlier, I took that Swansea speech of him basically telling Jimmy off. Is it supposed to be him being like, "Hey, I learned that when I had to become an adult, I became an adult and stopped becoming an alcoholic"? Was that basically him telling him that so he'd be like, "Hey, maybe you shouldn't have fucking crashed us into a meteor because you were having a bad day"?
Did he know that he did it?
I think by that point everybody knows he did it because the amount of fervor that Swansea runs at Jimmy with that axe is definitely not with just a I say is not just with the idea of Daisuke dying in his head, but then I look at some of the fan art I've seen and it's like, no, it might be just that Daisuke died.
Yeah, and it's that little section of the thing called 6 hours to judgment. That's like 6 hours till Jimmy gets his.
I think by that point,
Judgment was when the ship just blew up or crashed or they ran out of supplies.
Judgment is when
Jimmy
I
decides
took Judgment as when Polly does the only bit of voice acting in the game.
There's voice acting in this game?
There's voice acting during one specific portion, but we'll get there because I want to go back to the second to last scene.
Yeah,
I don't remember any voice acting. Maybe I don't think I took out the headphones. It is possible.
Think with how long they are together and the fact that he has to intern Daisuke, Swansea starts to slowly see Daisuke as like a child he never had type of situation, to then Jimmy getting him killed by having him go through the ventilation just sends Swansea over the edge. Now, you missed the one bit of voice acting, which is when there's like a starry sky above you and Polly's standing on this like mountain and Jimmy is supposedly, and we're going to use massive air quotes here, taking responsibility of the thing.
I believe it's a mountain of employee cards of all the other employees.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's like Jimmy is going, I'll take responsibility. I'll take care of him. And Polly is just like, wait a minute, shut the fuck up.
Who's
if
Polly?
You want to take the horse, the mascot, the mannequin.
Okay, he talks?
He talks.
Every time you go by that statue of the horse, it speaks something.
Which is why Anya sleeps next to it, because it will wake her up if somebody, like Jimmy, were to get too close.
Okay, so here was my interpretation of the story. When she said she's pregnant, I thought she was having a relationship with the captain, Curly, and that's why she's pregnant.
Yeah, no, and some people do ship her and Curly together.
I just thought when she was telling him, that's what I thought it was.
No, it is the fact that...
Well, I know now, but that's where my brain went, just to kind of, to fill in some of the holes of where I was at.
But no, the fact that Polly goes, wait a minute, no. If you're so want to take responsibility of this, why are you so focused on him? Like putting emphasis that he is only thinking about Curly, when the major thing he should have taken responsibility for from the very beginning is the fact that he did something so unspeakable to Anya. Now, whether or not that's Jimmy's subconscious yelling at him or a full-blown hallucination, maybe both, is entirely up in the air. But the fact of the matter is, Jimmy never takes responsibility for any of the two big things that he does. He only takes responsibility for the fact that Curly, his friend from his childhood, got hurt. That is the only thing that he cares about.
Also wanting to get out of this life that he was out of this situation as soon as possible, to not take any to save face as being a quote unquote acting captain, fucking things up.
Yeah. Jimmy's a cunt and gets everything that he deserves.
He also was being a shitty captain by not doing something about it and vouching for his friend. So there's that too for Curly.
Yeah, Curly is not innocent in this.
No.
Curly's not innocent at all. The only people that you know what? Curly and Jimmy are the only two people that are guilty in this thing. Anya, Swansea, and Daisuke are all innocent.
I'm gonna hurt someone's feelings.
Feel free. You can't hurt mine.
Oh no, it's gonna make you feel bad though. So, as everyone knows, his name is Swansea.
Yeah.
Did you know when swans have their babies get injured, they kill them so they won't suffer?
God damn it. Yeah, no, the Daisuke theory is like 100% confirmed.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. I was thinking of Animal Kingdom. I mean, it makes sense because they're prey, but yeah.
What is the Daisuke theory?
The fact that like he sees Daisuke as his kid.
Oh, like Daisuke is Swansea's biological kid?
No, more like they've
No,
grown so attached that it's the son he never had.
Yeah, you're right. I should have remembered that. I should have.
So that leans further into it. There's a scene where Jimmy walks in and Anya and Swansea are talking. I think, if I remember correctly, that what they're talking about, I legit think it's Swansea telling Anya about the pod, but Anya legitimately telling Swansea she's gonna kill himself, and then both agreeing to give the pod to Daisuke.
Oh.
I would agree to that. Yeah, I would believe that.
To me, that pod didn't feel like much of a safety. I mean, you might survive, but putting Curly in there, Curly's fucked. He's missing hands and legs, and
oh yeah, like
fucked.
I said, they were traveling millions of miles per second, not by power by second.
That's warp speed. Maybe they were like warp 9.
Found.
So we got to it.
Hey, Voyager made it back. It's possible for them too.
We don't talk about Voyager.
So since we're there, I might as well give that away. Mike, remember that thing I told you put in the back of your brain?
No, I don't actually.
Oh, that's fine. So the big twist at the end is Jimmy's such a bastard, he doesn't even save Curly because, as Phoebe said, as Desiree's also said, and I've also said as well, they're in the middle of buttfuck nowhere space. They basically work for Space Amazon. Putting Curly into a stasis basically just means he's going to wake up in 20 years and die. So Jimmy didn't even have the decency to off Curly first and then himself. He basically just left Curly to be frozen and realize he doesn't survive. And that's confirmed in their other game, How Fish Are Made.
Oh yeah, because they updated how fish is made with a giant Curly in it, don't they?
Yes, and Curly says that he does not survive the trip.
Okay, do you think I've never played How Fish Are Made? Really need to. But do you think that's Curly's cryo sleep dream?
It might be, but he's in it, so I don't think it would be him.
I mean, are you not in your own dreams?
No.
Yeah,
fair enough.
All the time.
Sometimes I'm never even in my dreams.
Oh, maybe I'm self-centered, but I'm in most of my dreams.
Listen, I'm just going to look at my 2 pieces of good ending artwork and be happy and hopeful.
I should look up. I should. That's what I'm looking for.
I don't know.
You're right. I don't know.
Maybe
Anyway,
it's mouthwashing.
Mouthwashing.
Yeah, say the line, Joe.
Mouthwashing.
So I was expecting the line to be voiced in this game, and I was heartbroken when I found out that line is not voiced in this game.
No, that was just Joe in a single episode of What Are You Playing? What was it? High and drunk as fuck?
Very stoned. I actually forgot we were recording that and got really high before that.
Okay, because you did it, Kobe did it, a bunch of people did it, so I honestly thought it was part of the game. And when I found out that it wasn't part of the game, I was irritated.
No, we were just showing love to Joe.
Yeah, that's all me, dude. I was so stoned. I created a meme.
Nice.
That's why then Joe had me make the picture that's, I think, in the group chat of say the line, Joe.
Mouthwashing.
Oh, I learn new things every day.
Yeah, learning a lot of new things tonight.
Yeah.
No hard feelings. We're all just ragging on you.
Oh, you're fine.
It's not a Games My Mom Pound. It's not a Game of Mom Pound podcast if we didn't rag on Mike a little bit.
I mean, to be fair, I asked for it in this case by not I didn't come to prepared for the presentation, so it's fine because I didn't look up anything about this game, and I was just like, this is a mediocre game, and it makes a lot more sense, and now I understand like why this game hits people harder and things like that. Because I didn't catch the rape, I didn't catch a lot of that in the game. I was actually thinking at first there was a giant monster in the cargo hold because I was thinking more like a video game, like Alien or something. I was kind of getting those vibes, and I think that's kind of what I expected going into this game. I thought it was like an Alien type game, and that's part of my other problem. This game is nothing like what I expected it to be. It's just a kind of a mindfuck game where you find out that people are shitty.
Sometimes that's a no.
People are always shitty.
I should have told you.
You need to be reminded of that sometimes.
I should have told you. I'll remember that next time. You should have played this like Firewatch.
How did he
I
play
like Firewatch. It's a really good walking sim.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I should have told you it's like Firewatch. It wasn't actually a horror game.
Yeah, Firewatch is good.
I like Firewatch a lot. And I like What Remains of Edith Finch. Like, I like walking sims, but this is more of a point-and-click puzzle, I would say, than a walking sim.
Oh, and
yeah.
And there is some combat, which is terrible, but there is some combat.
I was actually about to ask you that. How did you like the Swansea boss fight? I actually think that's also a weak part of the game, too.
No, I think that's one of the best parts of the game, because Jimmy's never used a gun, of course, and he doesn't want to take responsibility. Think about what that section actually represents. That is him having to take responsibility, because he has to be the one to shoot Swansea. It's the weight of the gun is symbolic about the fact that it's the weight of the gun.
Gun sucks, too.
Yeah, no. Do you think Pony Express was going to give him, like, a good gun?
Dude, they barely even give them any sweetener or any decent food.
Yeah, no, everything's in a gel pack.
Yeah, how do you feel about advanced
I had no problem
capitalism?
using the brain going blank, the Star Trek thing.
Yeah,
the food creator.
Yes, that's not the name, but yes.
The replicator?
Thank you, Phoebe. I was like, I know one of us knows the name. Yes. I mean, it was replicator. I was like, I'm fine.
Well, no, they do get some real food later. They get really delicious cherry vanilla flavored cake that looks like a human body.
Okay, I thought was supposed to be like cannibalism because they have nothing to eat, so they're eating each other.
That is cannibalism.
Okay, so that was real?
That was real. Fucking Jimmy fed Curly a piece of his own leg.
Too much doesn't make sense. And you don't know what's real and what's not, and I want to have clues that I can tell when it's supposed to be somebody's hallucinating or when it's... I mean, some movies do this. Some video games do it too. Like, you can look for certain clues that will show you that the narrator is lying to you, that none of this is real. I didn't know what the fuck was anything what was going on in this game, and I was just kind of, that's how I felt most of the time.
Dude.
Well,
can't wait for Mike to read House of Leaves. He's gonna fucking hate it.
Mike doesn't read books, unfortunately.
I can't wait to make Mike watch Watership Down.
Oh my god.
The book about the rabbits that isn't really about rabbits?
The movie about rabbits that isn't actually about rabbits.
I've read the book actually a long time ago.
Or maybe Jacob's Ladder or some other.
They just
Jacob's Ladder is on this podcast.
Yes, watch Jacob's Ladder, bud.
Because it was part of the whole Silent Hill thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good movie, actually.
Is it out?
That was another movie I didn't really understand until you guys started explaining it.
Oh, okay.
That movie also has, like, it shows you things that you can start to not trust the reality when you know, like, he's hallucinating, like, when a demon's fucking his girlfriend. Like, there's stuff there that you know, like, yeah, this is not real exactly. And this game didn't have enough of that. Like, I thought there was a horse monster in the cargo, and I'm like, this is interesting. And then it just didn't go anywhere because it isn't real horse monster. And I wanted it to be a horse monster.
Did you get the first time when you had to not look back?
Because the guide told me to, yes.
Cheater.
I play almost every game with a guide, especially horror games. Like, whenever I play any horror type game, for example, I'm going to be playing a horror game here that I need to start tomorrow, Silent Hill Downpour. I'm going to play that entire game with a guide telling me, turn left, turn right, go here, grab this. It's just how I play horror games. I don't like horror games in general. Like, that is not my cup of tea. But
I like some horror games. I don't like these like pop up and scare you new age, I guess, YouTube bait horror games.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that's pretty. Anybody else have anything else to say?
Not that I can think of. I'm trying to look up a specific director because it's like if he doesn't like shit like this, Mike's really gonna hate this.
Like a movie or a game?
No, the whole it doesn't tell you what's real and what's not.
Okay,
and-
sometimes I'm okay with that. It just it depends on the
Yeah, 'cause-
context.
You like paprika? I remember that.
Yeah.
I did not like
That's right.
paprika.
Oh, fuck you. Paprika's great.
Yeah.
No, never watch a Charlie Kaufman movie.
Not
I
paprika.
don't know
My
who
bad.
Charlie Kaufman is.
He liked the other one.
Perfect Blue was really good.
Yeah, he liked Perfect Blue.
And we're going to be watching Tokyo Godfathers later this year for Christmas.
Lucky.
So I promised Joe we'd do that as one of our Christmas movies. So
Yeah.
You need to do Memories of Millennium Actress if you haven't done that yet.
we have not. I was
yeah.
planning on doing more Satoshi Koi, and then it just didn't happen.
Halloween came up, to be fair, and also I took a break.
Yeah, you took a break right before. Yeah, and then fucking this Spooktober. I went overboard this Spooktober.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I regret it a little bit, and I'm still finishing up multiple stuff where I should be working on November's content, and I'm not.
Also,
But,
no
hey.
Paranoia Agent in the Satoshi Con.
Wasn't that that's a show, right? We talked about it,
It's
but
only like 12 episodes.
I'm at some point. I will do his stuff some point, but I still gotta get through his movies, so I did 2 because of a poll, and I'm behind on the poll right now for the Patreon poll.
My bad.
Yeah, that's actually your fault. So
My bad, listeners. That's my
because
bad.
it was a Joe poll, was one of the polls, and there were 2 horror movies. Okay, and then Joe unfortunately had to take a month off for reasons, and yeah, I haven't done the 2 movies that I owe people. Final Girl and Hot Fuzz is coming.
Yeah,
What the fuck is the other one that I owe? That's also a Joe movie.
Oh, Battle Royale.
Yes.
Such a good
That might-
movie.
Yeah, I was going to do that sooner, but that might be on hold for other reasons too. So, but it will still happen.
We'll just call it Spooks. You know what? Tell you what, Mike. Here we go. We'll call it Spooksgiving.
Spooktober 2.
No. I already, I'm walking away giving. I got to work on in November. So,
I don't mean games. We can just do movies.
no, I need to walk away from horror movies too for a bit. I mean, I'm not even going to finish everything that was on my list to get done that I wanted to originally, but I'll get it done later.
It's always a good time for horror movies.
I do a lot of horror movies on this podcast anyway. My taste has grown in horror in general. Like, I do like a good horror game. I mean, at times, depending on what it is. There's some I really enjoy. This was just a little too out there for me, and not open enough with what it was trying to say, in my opinion.
Every time the scene would change and it would hit you in the gut, it would make you feel like your game was crashing. I love those.
Okay, that also annoyed me, by the way.
Ah,
So, because at first I thought the game was crashing.
that's the point.
Yeah, but that happens, and I don't like it. I also played on Steam Deck, and it was really hard to see at times. Anybody else have that problem?
No, I
No,
don't.
Steam Deck.
No, I don't have a Steam Deck, so
Okay, I thought maybe the game was hard to see in general, but I had a really hard time seeing it on Steam Deck.
it's super bright and bold, and really you can
Not for
almost
me.
everything is completely in your face.
It was hard for me to see a lot of times. The hallways are dark, and so.
Yeah, no, that's also just the ship.
Okay, I didn't like that either, by the way. I wanted to at least have a flashlight, like Doom 3.
I mean, you kind of do.
Yeah, use the scanner as a flashlight.
It's ugly. It doesn't work very
Scanner
well. I wanted a
totally
real
works it
flashlight.
now. But, like, how big is this ship?
Not that big. I learned it pretty quickly.
But
Oh,
no, like, that's the thing, is that we learned the living areas pretty quickly, but we never see how far back the storage room goes.
Well, I mean,
It does pretty-
think about, I don't know if you ever heard this little unknown movie called Alien. Think about that, where they're a refinery and, like, how big is, like, that just giant cargo area of that ship type of thing.
Our alien is great.
I know, but that was what I thought of, too. Again, that's what I wanted. I wanted, like, when I saw the horse monster, like, okay, I'm in. And then I find the monster is just, like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So, yeah, I was upset.
I like the little cartoons when you first get into the.
I love that those are
storage.
real. I love that those are real.
I told Phoebe that they are actually real public domain cartoons and propaganda.
I thought they were, too.
Anti-union, like, oh shit, man.
Hey, maybe you should take that to work, Phoebe. You can play it there. They might like it.
Mike, you make that joke. Once upon a time, they tried to have a union. It failed miserably.
How I remember working at Arby's and they would play videos when you're in your training. We don't want a union. A union means we couldn't talk to you. You don't want a union.
Dude, this anti-union cartoon was like, we got this new thing called ism. It's supposed to be like the prefix of communism and whatnot, and that it's snake oil salesman and subtlety.
Remember, communism bad, fascism good. Yeah, remember that. I'm completely joking. I don't agree with that
I know.
statement. Okay, no, I didn't even. Yeah, I didn't even think about that with that. I was too confused, and I was just not into this game, and there wasn't much of a gameplay loop to really keep me interested either. That's another thing. All right, any last things to say, or should we go to Shelf Stacker Box?
I really thought this was going to be like 2 to 3 hours.
There was no way this was
We
going to go
got
2 or 3 hours.
pretty fast.
It's just a little game. There isn't that much to it.
Yeah.
Do
Just a fucking little game of
Do not tell that to a real dyed-in-the-wool mouthwashing fan.
Yeah, no.
Or-
I mean, I'm a
or
person
someone who
who
relates to it.
I don't know. Maybe if it was more open, or maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention, because I did read the dialogue. Like, you guys said stuff and I read it, but for some reason I didn't comprehend it enough.
Yeah, I think that's my bad too. I think I'm gonna start explaining games a little better to you. I think we had the same issue with Undertale because, like, I should have told you there's no combat in this whatsoever. I think you were looking for combat that wasn't there, and that's also why.
I thought it was a walking sim.
He could have chose combat.
On
He could have chose
Undertale?
poorly, but he could have chose.
I chose.
combat.
There was a lot of combat in Undertale in my version. I killed everybody that I could, but I just didn't like Undertale because I just didn't like Undertale. I mean, that's another game that was so hyped up over the years that it was hard for me when I finally got around to it.
Monster.
And that's kind of like what it is in this game. I think this game was hyped up so much that when I finally got to play it a year later, it wasn't anything like I expected.
Maybe Desiree was right now, knowing that you've killed like so many monsters in Undertale. Maybe you are the Jimmy of the.
No.
No. Jimmy's so much worse. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, Jimmy's so much worse.
Thanks, guys. All right, let's go to Shelf Stacker Box, and I'm going to go first so we can get my bullshit out of the way. I'm putting this in the box. I'm glad I played it.
Wow.
I'm glad it's part of the show. I'm good. So, going in the box. Joe.
I had a pretty good time with this. I liked it. I recommended it. So yeah, if anything, I would put this on the shelf. I had a good time with it too.
Okay. Phoebe.
So this is complicated because not the biggest fan of walking sims, even Eden Finch, but the plot and how personal the story gets to me, it's got to go on the shelf. I've even looked at buying physical copies of this game because it's either Fan Gamer or Limited Run made physical copies of it for the Switch and I think the PlayStation, and I kind of want to buy both.
All right. And Desiree.
Yeah, it's going up on the shelf. It's getting a plaque. It's getting a light box around it. It's going to be a point of pride that it's a good game and good story, good game, good. I loved it.
All right. I'm glad you guys did. I mean, I feel like a lot of people do. Like, a lot of people really enjoyed this game. And I am happy I played. I don't ever really regret playing any game for this podcast because every game I play, especially with a new game, for the most part, it's a new game for the show. Like, it's another thing that's part of this catalog. So I am always happy to have new experiences, movies, and games. Like, I go out of my way for that now.
Well, we're glad this didn't leave such a bad taste in your mouth.
No, it didn't. I mean, yes, it's not my type of game, but that's fine. It's good for me to go out of my comfort zone and play things that aren't Mike games. And I do that every Spooktober. I go out of my comfort zone and play tons of games that are not Mike games.
How much was it? Like 60% ethanol, which is at the limit for alcohol or something?
Yeah, it's something crazy. Dragon
Much
Breath
like
X is
alcohol.
such an interesting thing. And okay, how do we not talk about that? Are they supporting an entire planet? How much mouthwash do you need? That supports a full planet for like a year.
I mean, it depends on the planet. I mean, also, you got to think of the idea that since you have other planets, people could be trained with other places and they're of that nature.
Yeah, but
Like maybe they're going to a hub.
Last trip, meaning that full storage unit's being undocked.
Yeah, and this whole mouthwash is like not even the best or could be ever used as mouthwash. It's like they're trying to get rid of their inventory.
Yeah.
It has enough sugar in it that it just completely circumvents the fact that it's mouthwash.
Phoebe, maybe they just want to make sure they had a giant backlog of mouthwash.
Oh my God, he is right, Phoebe. You can't be mad about that one.
I can't be mad about that one, but still, fuck you. Like, Jesus Christ.
Hey, that's just what popped in my head when you guys were talking about, like, they don't need all this mouthwash. I'm like, hey, maybe they just want a giant backlog of it.
The mouthwash, God damn it, like, this is such
Maybe the mouthwashing factory had everybody work 6 days a week just so they had a giant backlog.
Mike,
For Jim got a big bonus. You never know.
You're saying that, but this is the second overtime weekend in a row this one I'm skipping, but like, fuck me. It doesn't make any sense. There's no reason for it.
Jimmy
I think
Jim needs his
I
beans.
think this place, Dragon Breath, is perfect as a mouthwash secretly because the ethanol will just make you completely numb in the mouth.
Yeah, there is a
It never worked for Daisuke when you had to pour it on them.
As a disinfectant, yeah, I know shit. I wonder
Would it
why.
work as a
Maybe sugar
disinfectant,
didn't
though?
help.
no. There's too much sugar in it.
Yeah, so it won't.
So that goes into I hate that we're going a little over, but it's fine. That goes into another theory that's not super confirmed, but I kind of believe it. There's a theory that they're actually bootlegging for the company, and that's why they're going under, is because they're basically just smuggling alcohol so the company can make its last dollar before it dies out.
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
I would have rather had the plot that they were smuggling an alien. That would have been more fun.
That also would have been funny too, honestly.
Sometimes being in space is just dull. Nothing exciting happens. Everything's not Star Trek.
Yeah, and then Jimmy had to go and fuck everything up.
Fuck
Right.
everything up.
Yeah, fuck
I
Jimmy.
kind of want to play Marathon now for some reason.
Marathon's good.
Mhm.
I will vouch for Marathon.
I played it before. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away when I first moved back to Minnesota and had no money and I hooked up my old computer. I ended up playing Marathon 1 because Game Informer told me it was free at the time, and I went and downloaded it, and I didn't have internet, so I had to go to my friend's house, download things on a flash drive, and then bike back to my house.
Oh yeah, there's a new port of basically all Marathon 1, 2, and 3.
I have
All-
them on Steam.
Solid Point. Yeah.
I have them all
I'll
on Steam. I'm a fan. I just forgot they existed, and I was like, huh. I'm sitting here scrolling through my library of games on Steam that I'll never play. So.
Yeah, I suggest you try to go through it one more time. Give it one more deep dive, I would say. But
The old college
your mileage
try.
may vary. Your mileage may vary. So
I like shooters. I like sci-fi. I apparently don't like convoluted stories. All right. We should go to plugs. Phoebe, where can people find you at?
You can find me over on Twitch and YouTube as the Let's Play Princess and as one of the co-hosts of Nerds a Broadcast.
Desiree.
I am Desiree. I may have some. I'm still in the hiatus of VTubing and whatnot, so you never know what'll happen.
Okay. If you enjoyed this episode, we have over 850 other episodes of this podcast. We do movies, TV shows, video games, comics, all sorts of content. We have a gigantic backlog. Check out all our content. If you want to support the show, we do a Patreon. Little Dark, vote to our Patreon poll, and for $10 or more, I will plug your YouTube or podcast. Just let me know. I want to give a shout out to absolutely the best podcast of Work in Progress with Zach. He's on the show from time to time. They talk about all the MCU movies, and currently they are doing the Alien franchise. So if you need some more good horror, check that out. Check them out. And I want to shout out to my awesome intro and outro, courtesy of Helena at Hell Hasbury. Follow her on TikTok and Instagram, and check out A Gamer Looks at 40 with Bill Tucker. Currently on hiatus, but eventually he'll be back. We'll check out it. There's tons of his shows. A great show. Check that out. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only, and rate and review wherever you get your podcasts. Helps the algorithm out, makes me smile. I think that's all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Don't forget to clean out your mouth.
Bye,
Yeah.
Nara.